Greetings and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the Gamer's Den. And on today's brilliant episode of History of the Underappreciated, we have here, let me just pull up my trusty little Kindle, and let's see here. Give me a second. Here we go. Yeah, mainly the, the bad guy, Absorbing Man. And his real name is Carl Crusher Creel. He's more often a, well, a Hulk villain, but he has tangled with the likes of Thor and has teamed up with those like the Lethal Legion and Masters of Evil. And now anyone who's watched Ben 10 kinda can guess this guy's powers if they know Kevin. Absorbing Man, like his name suggests, anything he touches, say a plastic game case or the metal on a pipe, he can absorb the properties of what he touches, but it has to be a big amount for him to cover his entire body. Thus the name. He's usually carrying a ball and chain. Um, he's got enhanced strength, of course, but more often not, he is seen fighting the Hulk. And usually put in with characters like Leader and Abomination in the Gamma Prison, which makes sense because of who he is. He's not exactly easy. He wouldn't exactly be easy to put into the raft or the big house. Um, but this character is by default more often than not very powerful. He's been put into the Gamma Prison. Well, let's just say most of them there are not exactly. They can't be contained anywhere else. And Absorbing Man is no different. Some notable places he's popped up, of course, anywhere with the Hulk for the most part. He also appears in 2003's Hulk as Bruce Banner's dad. Not Crusher Creel, but as, well, Dr. Banner's father. Let's see here. His very first appearance was in Journey into Mystery number 114 in March 1965. Let's see here. And he was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, as did was a lot of characters from that era. Um, and then some some his biggest relationship has to be his rivalry with the Hulk. Although, like I said, he has appeared with some villain team ups and everything. But this character is probably the one that I think has even less stuff going for him than Abomination and the Leader. Because he's just so niche. And, well, with his first Hulk movie, I personally didn't mind the movie, but that's just me. But you could kind of see a pattern here with the kind of characters I'm going with for from episode 6 through 10. Each of them will be either Hulk villains, or in the case of our final entry, they can only be contained in the Gamma Prison. Which I'll get to that one in 2 weeks. 2 weeks time. Um, But yeah, so Absorbing Man usually is depicted as having a kind of a cone head look as far as his head goes. Pretty muscular, a little bigger than little like a couple inches bigger than Thor. Usually depicted with khakis or jeans, one of the two, depending on which one you're watching or reading. Um, some shoe, some pretty nice looking, some pretty nice looking loafers, and a white tank, like a muscle tank, Um, but usually when he absorbs something, boom, he's like. I've also seen him without his shirt as well. And some notable. The only video game appearance I remember him being in is like a Marvel Superheroes, the first one. He's an unlockable character, which he's super cool to play, but he's not as cool as actually seeing him in his fights with like the Hulk and such. Um, but yeah, his power set isn't as good as like Abominations or the Leaders. He's basically just strength and maybe a little bit of advanced speed and agility, but it's mostly his absorbing powers that you gotta watch out for. Like with most of the villains in in this one, in this series that I'm doing, approach with extreme caution, fellow heroes. This guy might not look like much, but he absorbs something like rock, the rock face that you're near, or the concrete that he's walking on. He's gonna hit like a freaking tank. That's how he's able to go up against people and characters like the Hulk and Thor. You don't go up against heavy hitters like that if you can't dish it out and take it. So yeah, hopefully you guys liked this video. If you did, hit the hit the bell, hit that like button, subscribe for future videos. Um, keep keep just go back and watch some of our other videos, of course. Ring that bell for notifications. It does help. And hopefully I will see you next tomorrow with the Cartoon Asylum, and of course next week when I cover, well, the Gargoyle. That's another Hulk villain. But but yeah, hopefully I will see you next time. And yeah, this has been the Gamers Den. Y'all been awesome. I love each and every one of you. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.